Hello everybody, it's Tarot Queen Jamila. I'm here to do the Scorpio love reading for January 2017. It's actually a forecast, okay? So I'll be looking at an overview of January, and so welcome to the channel. Make sure that you subscribe. Also, you can hit the thumbs up button to support the channel, and you can also support the channel by going to my PayPal button. The link is in the video description box, okay? I also do offer private readings, so if you like this reading and it resonates with you, you can contact me for a private reading, okay? My readings are actually $30 for 30 minutes, okay? And then $60 for 1 hour, okay? All right, so I am just going to shuffle and ask spirits for the Scorpios. What are you seeing for love, for singles, and for lovers? And so I want to look at week number 1, 2, 3, and 4. The bottom card is subconscious of the Scorpio, and then I want a significator. All right, so I'll draw the bottom card after I cut the deck. So. All right, Scorpio, so you got 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. All right. So that is in your subconscious, Scorpio. And I can definitely see that because, you know, Scorpios are water sign energy. And I just, you know, I'm a water sign also. I'm a Cancer, so... Alright, so the significator for the month, and judging by the other cards, is the Hanged Man. So I feel like a lot of Scorpios this month are going to surrender. You have been at a crossroads for some time now, and the Hanged Man represents, you know, just saying, okay, I'm just going to sacrifice it all. And I can see that that's what you're going to do. 4 Wands is marriage, money, stable family, stable home. It's actually a marriage card, so I feel as though there's possibly either a wedding or a relationship. Maybe if you're a single Scorpio, maybe you're thinking about a relationship, maybe you're thinking about moving in with somebody, you know, or either maybe you're thinking about moving house. If you are in a relationship, you might be thinking about purchasing a house, or either doing some home improvement with this 4 of Wands. But, you know, I can see that if you are currently in a relationship, that maybe you, as a Scorpio, maybe you just recently, you know, just confessed your undying love for somebody. You know what I'm saying? So, Scorpios are water signs, but they're not really that mushy and emotional. They're not, you know, they express their love with violence. No, I'm joking. I'm joking, Scorpios. That was a joke, so you're supposed to laugh at that. Okay. So, 9 of Cups, and somebody said, are you going to get a new deck of cards because your card is ripped? I am going to get a new deck, but I've broken in this deck, so, you know, I don't know if I'm going to get the same deck. Anyway, first week, 9 of Cups. This is the card of wishes. This is kind of like, you know, when you, it's wish fulfillment, okay? And it depends on the surrounding cards. So I feel as though there's been something that a lot of Scorpios have been, you know, dreaming about, something that's been in your heart. Just want spirits to clarify this 9 of Cups as to what specifically that is. Okay, 8 of Pentacles. So, you know, this is about building a strong relationship, a strong sexual relationship, because a lot of people don't really realize that, you know, sometimes you can have a lot of sexual energy with somebody but still have a weak sexual connection. So the 8 of Pentacles represents, you know, energy. It represents, you know, the Pentacles represents sensuality and money. And so this is kind of like a lucky card to where, you know, things are moving. You know, there's sex. You're getting fulfillment if you're in a relationship through the sex. Also represents, you know, the person is not draining you. I feel like they're not draining you. I feel like they're energizing you. So that's really important, you know, to know the difference. I mean, of course, sometimes after you, because that's what that Nine of Cups represents also, you know, represents but the Eight of Pentacles, I really do like this card crossed by the Nine of Pentacles, because it's something that I want to spit out from this card. Somebody is sending me sorry about that. Eight of Pentacles represents you know, learning a person, actually taking the time to get to know their body, get to know their mind. You know what I'm saying? So I really like that card. Now, the card to represent the second week for you Scorpios is the Wheel of Fortune. So you got some money coming. Okay? That's money. Maybe a job. Maybe you'll find out that you're pregnant, you know, or that your girlfriend is pregnant, because Ace of Wands comes up next. Or maybe you'll start thinking about kids. You know, maybe you're single and you start to think, you know, oh my God, my biological clock is ticking. That's what the Wheel of Fortune represents. That's why it's represented differently in different decks. But in this one, it's represented by the Zodiac Wheel, but it still represents feminine energy and, you know, growth and pregnancy and cyclic changes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to do some more clarification for the second week, though. I'm just going to ask Spirit to clarify Wheel of Fortune, just to look a little bit more closer. Let's see if you get a money card. You got the Six of Swords. So I get the sense that some of you Scorpios are going to be moving next week. If you're not moving physically, I want to hear that frequency. That's a good, really good frequency. Could mean that you're moving, could mean that you're relocating, could mean that you are going to you know, get away from some negative, maybe you're going to get away from a negative way of thinking. And sometimes that is, sometimes you do have to move. Now you got the Eight of Cups also. So again, I feel like, you know, things are going to take a turn for the better, okay, next week for you. Especially with that Six of Swords. I want to draw the next card, which is the Six of Wands. So I do feel as though you're going to have the encouragement that you need and the validation. That's what Six of Wands represents, the validation that you need. Also, it could represent maybe a reunion. The Six of Wands could represent a reunion, some sort of event is typically what it represents. But so if you're single, you could run into someone at maybe an event, possibly. But I feel as though if you are already involved with someone, Six of Wands represents some sort of public recognition, maybe a validation of some sort. So the third week of January is Ace of Wands. So again, this is a fertility. This is actually a male fertility card. The Ace of Cups is the female fertility card. So this is when a male desires to procreate. So some of you males out there are going to be horny little dogs running around. Your girlfriend, if you are already in a relationship, you're probably going to maybe knock her up. I hate to say it like that, but you know, so I mean, I think children are a blessing, you know, even if they come as a surprise, you know. So Ace of Wands represents that. Also, it could be, you know, maybe just, again, I'm seeing moving, you know, I'm kind of seeing some of you Scorpios hitting the road, maybe going on vacation, maybe, but I think that Six of Swords, does represent, for a lot of you Scorpios, usually Six of Swords means shit ain't right where you at and you got to go. You got to move. Okay, that's usually what that means. You want something better. You want to get to, a calmer, more happy place. Okay, you want to get back to the old you, your old way of thinking. You know that your thought process has changed and you're tired of it. You really are. You're tired of it. And I think positive energy, which is why the Six of Wands showed up. I think doing those breathing exercises I was telling you guys about, this is where you take in all of the good, hold it. This is what you want to hold on to, and then, blow out all the bad, okay? So I'm just going to ask Spirit to give me clarification on this Ace of Wands. Interesting. Oh, wow. You got Seven of Cups, Knight of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. So that represents feminine fertility and sex. Now the Seven of Cups represents some sort of emotion. I feel like this points to the sexual energy period. I feel like, with the Seven of Cups, I kind of feel as though, maybe the feminine energy in the relationship could be the male energy, because men can be very, very emotional, and so it could be the feminine energy though in the relationship, sort of saying, I think that you're, kind of deluding me, you're lying to me or something. So, the Knight of Wands, I believe this is sexual energy. I believe it represents your partner. If you're single, it represents a partner coming to you through that confusion. So if you're male especially, and you're kind of looking for, I guess what that release, like, oh, finally, Eureka. I don't know where that came from. I feel like the Knight of Wands represents her sexual energy. Like, I feel like it is a fire sign individual, or either they have fire in their chart on some level. But and then the Ace of Cups represents feminine energy, represents, water sign energy. Female fertility also represents happiness, joy. And it is a fertility card. So again, I kind of knew that I would see this card. So what I'm seeing with this Ace of Cups is possible conception of a girl child. That's what I'm seeing with that. Very, cherished child. Because you know what? Little girls are very special to their fathers, okay? So I see that. Now, the fourth week is the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like the fourth week represents either, your sexual energy just feeling really, really stable, secure in your relationship, or it represents pregnancy. That's why that coin is sitting there. Now, for some of you, especially if you're single, I feel like you're going to be feeling very secure within yourself. Financial security is within this card, definitely. Maybe there's going to be a new job coming up or a new opportunity. But, she is holding on to that pentacle. It's another fertility card. So, and see, guys, what I've been seeing is a lot of people having babies in 2017 anyway. So some sort of baby boom. I think it's Mother Nature, sort of, repopulating the planet. That's what I think she's doing. But so yeah, that is what that is. Some of you that are in serious relationships, you're probably going to get engaged. Definitely. Maybe this Seven of Cups represents you saying, hey, you don't act like you love me. You know how when they want to live with you, but they don't want to marry you. So, why buy the cow when you get the milk for free, you know? Spirits, clarify Queen of Pentacles. I want an old-fashioned romance. Ace of Swords. So if you're a single Scorpio, I feel like Queen of Pentacles is representing maybe your ex. This Ace of Swords coming up. Okay. Earth sign individual. And Earth sign is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Okay. So I feel as though it's, on some level, maybe there was something that person was saying to you that you had to overcome. It doesn't have to mean that it's your ex. It could be anybody. It could be family, friends. Your friends have an effect on you. Oh, God, yeah. People are, more influenced by their friends than what they would like to admit. They want to think, oh, I'm just making all these decisions on my own. When you think about it, your friends do influence you. So with the Ace of Swords coming up, I really feel that Ace of Swords represents maybe possibly overcoming something or seeing some sort of clearer perception. Now, if you're in a relationship and you're Scorpio, maybe you're in a relationship with an Earth sign individual. All right, sorry, Scorpios. I had to get little man, so he's up there now. Feel like for some of you single Scorpios, feel like you may have, maybe an Earth sign individual that might be somebody that you need to move on from, or there's something about them you need to, think clearly about. And so this Eight of Wands comes up, and so the energy of the Eight of Wands is sort of kind of like, I don't want to say that it's pressure, but it's the energy that comes right after you are feeling stuck. So I feel as though maybe it's been just, maybe this issue with this person has possibly been holding you back in some sort of way. Now, if you are involved with someone, that is an Earth sign individual, and you're in a relationship with that person, it's a possibility that there is something that you overcame. Now, what I think that is, or it may be something that you need to overcome, something that you need to get past. Feel as though this is maybe pressure, maybe too much pressure from this Earth sign individual, because Earth sign individuals will put a lot of pressure on you. Some of them, it depends. It really depends on, the sex. I think if it's male or female. So I think it could be different depending on, who you are. But I feel as though when this is kind of like the energy of, sort of going too fast maybe. But I do feel that if there was an energy where you felt like you weren't going anywhere. So I think that could be a good or a bad sign. So I'm just not good or bad, but I feel like it could be just a phase that you're going through or something. I don't know. It just depends. I mean, so I'm just going to ask spirits to clarify this Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands is really good because I feel like the door is opening, or it's open, depending on how you look at this little optical illusion that they have. I'm still trying to figure it out. It's just so bizarre, the little pattern. Anyway, I feel as though it's sort of like if it is a door. I feel like you have to really be looking at the card to see what I'm talking about. So I feel like it's, it's the door open. The Star card comes up. So I feel like Spirit wants you to, if you're single, I feel as though, this Queen of Pentacles could represent an Earth sign individual. So I kind of feel as though you're going to be dealing with an Earth sign and a fire sign. I mean, it could be the same person, but, it might be two separate energies. So this is if you're single. So I feel as though for the single people, I feel like you need to really for the single Scorpios. I feel like you need to really with the Star card coming up, you need to really get past whatever it is that you're dealing with from the past, okay? And so, you know, it's something about that situation that you need to see clearly. However, the Star card is a very positive card, so I feel as though if you are in a relationship, feel as though as long as you both know what you want, you know what I'm saying? So, because I kind of feel as though people don't really know what they want sometimes. So, you know, so I feel like it's a situation. If you're in a relationship, I feel like it's Scorpio, that it's got to be a situation to where, you know, you can clearly see what it is that you want. I mean, you don't want to feel pressured into doing anything. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that that's what the Star card represents. I think it also represents inspiration and hope and healing and happiness. So if you are in a relationship, I do feel as though overall, you know, the relationship is happy, but there is, you know, issues that are gonna, it seems like they're either gonna be worked out in some sort of way during the last week of January. So again, your subconscious is the Four of Wands. So this could be that you're thinking about money. You may be thinking about the stability of your home or the stability of your relationship. You know, how can I make it stronger? So anyway, that is all, folks. Thank you so much for watching. If you want a private reading, my website is in the video description box. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.